What's up, guys? This is Xavier, aka Dan the Assassin, and I'm kind of sick of the Minecraft videos because nobody cares anymore. I have one view on all 4 of my recent new videos, I believe. I think one of them might have two views. So clearly nobody gives a damn. Because I have over 200, almost 300 views on my fire parody and my getting started 101, and everything else is just bull. Nobody cares. So I'm gonna try to start doing video blogs, and I know that's what everybody else does, but why not be like everybody else? I don't care. So I'm gonna start posting little random videos too, seeing as how now I finally have a video camera. Why not use it? So I might try doing something like, I had an idea to actually capture me playing laser tag and try to form it into a first-person shooter, and I found out that it's not that easy. It's actually really hard to hold that camera and hold the laser gun at the same time, mostly because the gun was styled in a really cool way. It was actually kind of like a real gun, but it was also as heavy as a real gun. So I had to hold this heavy gun in one hand and hold the camera in another hand and try to keep the camera centered in and aim with the gun at the same time, and it got really hectic, but I did my best, and I'll probably be uploading that as soon as I can. And it's gonna be a sucky video, but I tried. You gotta give me credit for that. I mostly kind of want to talk about, for this starter video, I kind of want to talk about the most recent video games that came out, and the one that I want to focus on in particular is the new Call of Duty that came out. Black Ops, it's nothing different. I mean, the zombies, cool, they got zombies back, but they had zombies in World at War, and there was nothing wrong with that. I mean, I can respect the fact that they're trying to expand on, like, the whole zombie story and how you can play as freaking JFK and Castro and everything now. But I was none too impressed. It's nothing different than playing the World at War Nazi zombies. And so, in terms of multiplayer, it's just Modern Warfare 2. If you bought Black Ops for its multiplayer, you just wasted your money, because all they really did was change kill streaks a little bit and then take away a few things. So, if you're glad they took those things away, then, you know, good for you. You didn't waste your money. But if you really liked the way it was before, you didn't want to lose anything, you just wasted your money. So, for the campaign mode, I think it's a joke, honestly. A lot of people loved it, and when I saw the story through and through, the first time I played it through, I was like, I'm not too impressed. I mean, story is story. I like story. I'm a huge fan of story, but I wasn't too impressed. Then, a couple things caught my eye. For example, the Russian roulette scene is taken word for word from the movie Deer Hunter. And that kind of ticked me off, because if Call of Duty can't fucking write any of their own material, then why are they even posting story mode anymore? They might as well just release multiplayer games. Like, oh, cool, you know, you took things from a bunch of other movies, you know, so we're supposed to think that your story's awesome? No. I think that's bullshit. And I think that it's bullshit that people think that it's really cool. Because it's not. You think that it's a really cool story? Go watch all the movies and read all the books that they took all of their excerpts from. All of their story is taken from somewhere else. They didn't think anything else up. Everything else was an idea from something else. So if you like it so much, why don't you go watch those movies instead of wasting your money on this game? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. People are like, oh, it's real hard to make an original story. No, it's not, because like the last 15 other games other than Call of Duty had very original stories. Look at Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and Brotherhood. All 3 of them have an extremely original story. Memories locked within your DNA? I can't even think of anything else that embodied that. But Call of Duty took every single scene from something else. I don't understand. Why? Why do you support it so much? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. Because you guys are supporting something that is dumb as fuck. There's nothing cool about the story. There's nothing original about the story. And there's nothing impressive about the story. Mostly because it was all taken from something else. Maybe that's what I sensed when I decided it's not too impressive. Because I've seen it before. All of it. It doesn't... It really pisses me off when I see these people support it like this. Like this huge community of people supporting this game that's bullshit. That nobody should like to begin with. Okay, Modern Warfare, that story was pretty original. The second they released Black Ops, it's not even a story, it's just, you're playing the movie now. That's all it is, you're playing movies. Cool, you get to actually shoot the guys now instead of watching a guy shoot other guys. But that's all it really is. It might as well just be multiplayer, except everybody, you get to choose how hard they are. And then the multiplayer mode is just Modern Warfare with a few things taken out and kill streaks changed. And that's like, so I want to recap this real fast. So Black Ops, the story is pretty much nothing. The multiplayer is exactly the same as the last game minus stuff. And the extra zombie mode is exactly the same as 2 games ago. So how is this a bestseller? How did this win First Person Shooter of the Year? I'm a little confused, and I hope you are too, because the facts stack up. It really isn't a great game. It's actually a terrible game. And the fact that you ever would spend your money on it is beyond me. I have still yet to buy it, and I will never buy it, ever. I don't care that it's got an okay zombie mode. But you know what? I still have Call of Duty World at War, and that has a zombie mode in it. And I didn't sell it, and I'm not going to sell it, and I'm not going to buy Black Ops just for this fucking zombie mode. I'm not going to pay $60 for $5 worth of material. It just blows my mind what people come up with. I don't understand. You look at Medal of Honor, and the story in that game, I couldn't really see it. I mean, I haven't played it all the way through yet, so I can't say anything about it really, but I can't really, I mean, I'm just running around and shooting people right now, and I don't really see a story to it. The only thing that really holds a story factor to it at the moment is the fact that you kind of accidentally betray your own guys. Spoiler alert, sorry. But that's relatively early in the game, so I don't think it's going to matter. And so then you look at a game like Assassin's Creed. It's got a great story, all original. It really is. It's all original. There's nothing from that story that's taken from something else. You look at a game like Halo, all original. There are some references, but they're in there as jokes. Like you go back to Halo 3, and you go to that one Marine who's at the door and he's asking for the password and stuff. That was taken from Red vs. Blue as a joke. They're not taking it because they think it's gonna be a thriving element of the story. They just threw it in there to see how many people they can get to laugh. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. I'm so glad that they put an Easter egg in there like that. The whole Halo series people keep ripping on, and nobody understands that it's actually the best first-person shooter out there. I'm not even talking about the shooting dynamics. I'm talking about the story. The story is, first off, the most elaborate story in the entire history of video gaming. Because you think about it. You look, there are 6 games now. I think there's 6. There's Halo 1, 2, 3, Halo ODST, Halo Reach, Halo Wars, and they all contribute to the story. All of them accurately contribute to the story. So you got 6 games, right? Now you've got what? I think there's like 8 novels out? 8 novels. With the exception of the second book, The Flood, they're all contributions to the story. But the thing about The Flood is there are mentions in that book that you don't see in the first Halo game. So it kind of is a contribution, but not entirely. And then they came out with an actual anime short series, Halo Legends. And all of those are contributors to the story. Some of them are a little goofy, but they are still contributors. So I want you to recap this. There's 8 freaking novels. I want you to think about how much story that can span. Okay? Now you have 6 games. Look at all that story. In an anime series. That story. Most elaborate story in the history of video gaming. Don't tell me Final Fantasy, because they don't all stack on each other. They're different stories. It's the longest series in any video game, sure, but it's not the most elaborate story, because they don't stack on each other. It's a completely new set of characters each time. And so the fact that people keep choosing Call of Duty blows my mind. I guess our society is just blatantly retarded now. But that's just me. And honestly, the whole Call of Duty thing is beyond the story. The whole game dynamics are kind of idiotic, because a lot of the things that you can do in that game pretty much make it a science fiction shooter. And the worst part is people argue with me. Like, I'll tell someone you can't shoot somebody a mile away and then the bullet will, like, go exactly where the freaking crosshair's aiming. Oh, yeah, I've shot a real gun before. Cool, I've shot a real gun too, and guess what? You have to aim up a little bit if you're shooting really far away. So clearly you haven't shot a real gun before. You're a goddamn liar, okay? Fucking guns don't work like that. And fucking everything that's in Call of Duty doesn't work the way it does in real life. It's a science fiction. Hell, it's a fantasy, because nothing explains the way that those bullets work. It's completely bullshit. And I don't understand how people can love it so much. I mean, if you're into that stuff, if you like the fact that you're spraying bullets everywhere and somehow you get 1,000 kills in a match, and somehow you can leap like a fucking ninja across the entire map and then stab somebody because you were trained by ninjas, and, you know, your bones are unbreakable because you were fucking bit by a vampire and now you're vampiric, and you were also trained by ninjas. It's like, is this what our U.S. Army really is? Does anybody understand that that's all bullshit? Everything about the Call of Duty factor is bullshit. All of it. There's nothing good about the Call of Duty factor except for the fact that it has a lot of sales and it has good advertising. And the only reason it has good sales is because of the good advertising. And one thing that really boosts the good sales is, ta-da, little kids. Parents buying this bullshit game for their 12-year-old son or daughter. And the fact that they'll buy this game for their kids is wrong to begin with, because clearly rated M printed right on the goddamn case. And so not only are their parents stupid, but now these little kids, this huge amount of little kids is playing this game. And so as soon as all these kids go online, it's read on Xbox Live, look at how many copies we sold. Like, fucking Infinity Ward and Treyarch's going nuts, look at all these copies we sold. Yeah, they're all little kids, buddy, because little kids don't have anything better to do with their time. So they look at this game that's advertised, there's that advertising, they look at this game that's advertised on TV as supposed to be great. Mommy, I want this game. Okay. And then the kids that don't see the advertisement hear it from their friends. Oh, I got this really cool game. Oh, I'm going to get it too. Mommy, buy me this game. And now more kids have it. And it spreads like a fucking epidemic. And now there's thousands upon thousands of these copies sold to these little kids. And now, because these little kids bought it, now the older people see hundreds and hundreds of thousands of copies sold. Wow, this must be a great game, and then they buy it. And because it has such a wide community, and because it's what all these little kids are playing and all these other people are playing, they feel they have to play it too. It's practically just peer pressure. That's all it is. I don't understand how this game has gotten so popular through the means of little kids. It just, it really, really pisses me off, in case you can't tell. Honestly, I'm probably blown way over my time marker here, but I want you guys to, I'm just going to close. I really hate Call of Duty. I hate everything about it. If you want to play a game that's a realistic shooter, you can play Battlefield. Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising was the most realistic first-person shooter ever made, as declared by the Guinness Book of World Records. Now, I don't know what kind of credentials they have, but if it's in there, I don't know, it must be true. So, unless you're too ignorant and you want to keep playing Call of Duty, go ahead. I'm not here to brainwash you. I'm just here to express my opinion, which is extremely biased, but I mean, this is what I sincerely believe, and you will never change my mind. So, thank you guys very much. Please subscribe to me. Sorry I'm stopping the Minecraft videos for those of you who have actually been watching them, but seriously, I gotta think about the bigger whole. There's nobody watching them anymore. So, I'll see you guys later.